Tuesday motivation and conversation. And so I'm going to be sharing a few things tonight. I am in a little bit of a different space, so I'm going to be introducing what's going to be happening over the course of the next few months, especially through the end of the next quarter, or starting the next quarter for sure. There's going to be a lot that is going to be happening. And so I wanted to kind of give you an intro to what I am going to be introducing to the Tuesday motivation and conversation. And not only that, just on the actual channel. So, I talk about clarity is, a process, it's not a destination. And I am in this space of getting clear on launching my design business, fully launching it. I've been kind of teeter-tottering with it for some time, but really feel like this is the time to really just kind of launch into it. And so there's a whole lot that has already been happening. I originally had I still do have a Facebook page that is B Designs. Formerly, it was created by Bam Hands, and so I have recently changed that to B Designs Handmade, and then of course B Designs on TikTok, B Designs on Instagram, Handmade, and so we are pressing forward with these designs. So tonight, I wanted to just kind of, while I'm talking about the process of clarity and how, you get to these next stages, I thought that kind of going behind the scenes on this and sharing my process with developing this piece would be helpful to somebody. I'm one of those persons that's a creative and I do a lot of different things, right? And so with my hands, I used to sew. I may bring that back at some point in time, but I have crocheted now for 51 years. I started crocheting when I was 6. And so I have been crocheting for a long time. And I put it down, picked it up, put it down, picked it up, that kind of thing. And so now I'm at this place where I want to begin to teach it. If you are interested in learning how to crochet, so I'll be doing some videos on that. I'll be doing some videos, not necessarily Tuesday motivation and conversation. I'll still be having guests, and we'll be talking about all things business. This is business as well, but just bringing that creativity into it, some color, and sometimes while I'm doing Tuesday motivation and conversation, I may be talking to someone who is establishing the creative, or someone who has purchased products, and talk to them about, how they like the products or whatever the case may be. But I wanted to just kind of go through the scenario of how things get started. And so, like I said, I started by seeing someone else do it. It was a teacher, my first grade teacher, years and years and years ago. And I started off, all I knew how to do was a chain and single crochet. And so I did that until I learned how to do different types of stitches and different types of items. And so for the longest, I just did hats, scarves, blankets, right? So those were simple booties, things of that nature. And so I have now graduated to doing some other things. So I'm going to turn the camera here for just a little bit, and you can see this has been on my social media platforms, but this is a crocheted product. And so this is among others that will be on the website. And so I'm trying to get that rolled out. I just got all of the pics done, so I'm working on getting those uploaded to the actual website so that you can go on and you can peruse those. But in the meanwhile, I'll be dropping things on the social media platforms. But these are handmade. Everything is handmade. So there's nothing that is mass produced with machines or anything like that. Everything, I make it by hand. And so there are some other pieces. I'm just trying to look across my table here to see. Well, this is one that I just, one of many that I've worked on, and just doing a line of these. So this is one that I'm finishing up. So you see I still have some ends to weave in and things of that nature. But this is a fall multicolor hat. This was made and designed for my sissy. So, and you know, it's almost like Thanksgiving. You know, you got a little cranberry sauce, you got a little pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie, and then you got a little green beans or whatever on there. But anyway, so this was a custom. So this is the other thing I enjoy about what I do is the fact that I can customize what you like, your colors, so forth and so on. So I'm so looking forward to customizing something for some of you out there. But this is one. And so there's a whole collection of these. Some of these are still in progress that I'm going to kind of show you, and then you'll see them in their full glory. So this is another one that is going to be just as wonderful and fabulous with the ruffles or the curls. And so this is one that's in its early stages. So you can see I've started to form the next phase of that right here. So it will form and it will get fuller and it'll be have that same effect as the one I just showed you. So here again, so these are items that will be on the actual website. So you'll be able to go and purchase those directly from the website. Um, Definitely by the weekend because all of these will be posted there. Here's another one. I really like this one, Rad Party. This is another one that's being finished out. So it has all of the amazing colors. And so you can put any of these colors with it. Of course, you can put black, the whole nine. So I really like these festive ones. You can get them in solid colors. You can get them in two colors. You can get them in whatever colors you want. So here's another one that is, now this one is not as full. And I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to add the fullness to this one. But most people like the fullness unless of course it's a teen or something like that, a young teen. Sometimes they may not want as much fullness, but anyway, love the colors, fuchsia, the orange, the white, little gold in there. So yeah, pretty. And here again, you can these can all be customized to do or be whatever you desire. Like this one, it has variations of greens, has some black in there, a little mint, and then we may top this off with, some additional black and some of the base color. So, and fluff that up a little bit. But here again, you can see the different varieties of these. And so this is a whole, and so production is like that for me. So I may work on one type of product for a while. Well, two different types of products. So I have like a dress I'm working on. I have men's shirt that I'm working on, which I think that men's line is really going to be nice. So I'm looking forward to that. And of course, I'll be introducing. And so here's another one that has the fullness there. Once the curls are full and it's fluffy, and it brings that drama that most women like, or the young women like. And so this has all of those amazing violets and teals and black and that mint color in there as well. So here's another one that has the fullness to it. So those are just some of the things that I'm working on. There's some other things that are in the mix. But we do it all. So we do jackets, we do swimsuit covers, we do I do crochet pants, crochet shorts, skirts, you name it. And then of course, I don't have any handy, but of course the baby clothes. So little dresses, little skirts, little jumpers, hats and beanies for the babies. So there are all the things that we do. And then we have a line that of course is made with the soft silky. And so this is an amazing yarn that feels super nice on the skin. Thusly it's called, silky soft. So or soft and silky. So here again, some of those men's shirts will be the soft and silky shirts and that kind of thing. But this has all developed as I have gone through a process of clarity on when would be the best time. And so I have had to self-reflect and I kind of go through my whole formula on what I've done in the past, how I did it, how am I going to set this process up, how is it going to work. And because I don't do mass production and I make everything in-house, homemade, I had to determine what's going to be my process for doing that. So I have been working my way through that process, getting clarity through that process, and I think I finally developed a cadence for how that's going to work. The other thing I'll say is that when we step into certain things, because we can do both and, but we have to have a process by which we're going to do both and so one of the things that really was a motivator for me is I got an opportunity to be a part of a monthly pop-up market. And so I want to put a plug in for that. It's the at the Urbane Collective in Plano, Texas. So if you're in the DFW Metroplex, I want to invite you to that every first Saturday. I'm normally there, but in the event I'm not there, my products will be there. And so it has given me an opportunity to, number one, get my products out there so that people can see the creativity. Number two, build clientele. Number three, also develop customized opportunities for customers. And so they get an opportunity to be able to come and see what items are there. And then if they want something customized based on what they see, then they can do that and they can place that order for a customized order. So it has been amazing opportunity, and it gives me a place for consistency as it relates to people being able to find me if they want to see what I have on display as opposed to seeing it online. So you'll be able to see, and there will be some things that will be online that may not necessarily be available in person and vice versa. Prices online, of course, will be a little bit different because shipping and handling will be included in those prices. So there's some slight variations. So that's why I'm telling you how to find me on the first Saturdays of every month, and that is the Urbane Collective, and that is owned by Tyranny Espinoza. And so she's a sweet, 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 sweet spirit. And so there are a lot of vendors who are there on the first Saturdays of every month. So the holidays are coming up. And so there may be special customized gifts that you may want. You may want to do a customized blanket or hat or scarf set or hat and scarf set, or some type of crochet jacket or leisure top or something. Whatever it may be, come check us out at the Urbane Collective the first Saturday of every month, and you can see what we have available and or order your customized order. And so that's located at 1301 Custer Road, and it's Suite 822. So it's on the backside of the shopping center. And so we're there every first Saturday, and it's always an amazing time, an amazing vibe, an amazing atmosphere. And there are other vendors in there, so you can get you some crochet B Designs apparel. You can get fragrances from Mary Kay. You can get t-shirts made to wear underneath or with your hat and your jacket. You can get jewelry to go along with. You can get a whole fit at the Urbane Collective on first Saturdays of every month. And so we're looking forward to that. It's been a blessing all year, and we're looking forward to it being an even greater blessing for 2026. Now, the other thing about this is that I also have these products when I go to speak. So my table will always have book products, speaking products, books that I've written, that kind of thing, but it'll also have a portion of some of my creative designs. So there's always a way to connect and be able to check out, because sometimes people are like, I want to try it on. I want to see how it fits. I want to see how it feels. And of course, if you meet us at the Urbane Collective the first Saturdays of every month, then you have the opportunity to do that and check it out. But this has been a process, and it has been a process that I've enjoyed. It's fun. I enjoy it. It's relaxing. It's therapeutic. It's cathartic. And it gives me the ability to put different colors together, transition different colors. And then sometimes it's just, it's a catch-all. I just put everything together and come up with something whimsical. So it is a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying it. And so this is the launch of B Designs, and so it's going to be incorporated on my current website, which is bridgetmoody.com, and then it will be / B Designs. And so on that page will be all things B Designs, so that you won't have any problem locating it. And of course, when I post things, I'll make sure that link is available, and or a QR code. And so that way you can share it with friends and neighbors and things of that nature. So listen, I want to ask you to, let me know, what do you think about, and I know crochet has been around forever, and but there's some different trends of it now. And so once you have an opportunity to go to my page, you saw some of the things I've shared here tonight, and of course you can see that I am in position to create. That's what I do. So if you come across an item that is crocheted and you're like, hey, can you make that? Or I like this, just kind of share your crocheted items with me. I love to see that. I have some other items, and I think I can show you that are hanging over there. So those are a couple of jackets, of course, that you've probably seen over the course of the social media posts and things of that nature. So that's a shag vest and shag jacket, two different types. And then there is another one that's in progress over there. And here again, swimsuit covers, you name it. Like I said, things for the children. So this has been an ongoing process of clarity on what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And so I encourage you, if you're in this process, do the self-reflection, kind of look back, see where you are, and think about how you need to establish what you want to do. Then the next piece of that is you want to make sure that you are making yourself aware of where you are, what you have to work with, and where you need to start. And this is, like I said, a framework that you can work with anything. Then after you come through that self-awareness part, then you want to see, okay, how have I educated myself? How much self-knowledge do I have now about doing this, making a decision, moving forward? Financially, what do I need? What do I need? Because everything that you do in business requires soft costs. So for consulting, soft costs included a computer. It includes a camera. It includes subscriptions to various things that I need as a consultant to be able to service my clients, right? It requires being able to travel and go do speaking engagements and facilitate things and host conferences and host workshops and all the things. So there are costs that are associated with that. Well, there are costs that are associated with the B Designs as well, the crochet business, because of course you got to have material. So all of this back here is material. Some I've had and built it up. I built it up over time whenever I travel and it's on sale and I get it, or there's specials that happen and I pick up stuff, or it's just something in particular that I need. So of course, when Joann's went out of business, it was a hallelujah feast. So we got some amazing things during that time. But you need a place to display, so that's a cost. You need props, to display your items and things of that nature. Then you need a way to carry your items around. You need a place to hang them, right? You need a place to store them as you are creating. So you have to consider all the costs that are included with that. So how have you increased your self-knowledge about what it is that you're doing? This leads to self-understanding. You're understanding yourself, where you are, what you need to do, and what you need to do to move forward. And so I always say, know your numbers, good, bad, or indifferent. Know what your numbers are. If it's $10, you got $10. That's what you got to work with. If it's 10,000, that's 10,000. If it's 100,000, you know what you got to work with. But know your numbers. The other thing about that is, creating a space to work. And so having space to do that. And then you have to have products for when you're shipping, products out. So that's a cost. You have to make sure you have the things in place in order to ship items to your clients or your customers. So there's so many things that I have to build in my self-knowledge so that I know exactly where I am. And when I get there, that gives me the good self-direction, because then at that point I can make good decisions about what to do, how I'm going to do it, how I'm going to, set my prices, when I need to have things ready, all the things, right? And then that helps me to be a good leader. It leads to good self-leadership in whatever endeavor or business that I'm doing. So just wanted to kind of, coincide this process of clarity. It is a process. And so I have been working through this process for some time. I had started and put up a whole new site for just this business, and it just wasn't the right time. So I took the site down and I said, I need to work my way through this process. And so I have been working my way through this process for some time. And so now I'm ready to go full throttle ahead. And so I wanted to just share this little journey with you tonight and incorporate how clarity does matter. And so when I thought it was the time, I really wasn't clear on how I was going to make it work with what was happening at that particular season in my life. And so now I have determined one thing I've determined is that I have a gap. And so that gap is when, because all businesses have seasons that are more successful than others. The summer is the season where people are not really concerned about personal development, personal projects and things of that nature. There are clients, but not as many as it is the rest of the time of the year. So this is an opportunity for me to go full 100% working, and then it helps me to get items prepared for the next season. So as I was working through this gap this year, I was like, this is the time to really start to move this forward. So there are a lot of things that I kind of put on the back burner and had been delaying, getting connected and that kind of thing. For instance, TikTok was one of them. I'm like, I don't need TikTok, da 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 da. And this is another platform to have to manage. So you can also follow me there now. It's Couture Crocheter. B Designs Couture Crocheter. And so you'll see my picture there, of course, but you'll be able to see items as or whatever I'm doing on TikTok as well. So go follow me there. And then if you know someone who is a creative, who enjoys crocheting or wants to learn how to do crochet or whatever the case may be, will you share this with them? Because I am going to be doing all the things. So sometimes it's going to be crazy, but it'll be fun. So I'm working here again. This is all in preparation to get ready to start rolling out these videos starting the last quarter of the year, which is October 1. And so I'm working on some other things because I want to be able to ensure that you can see everything that I need you to see as it relates to crocheting, how I'm doing things. That's important. And then there's some neat little tricks and stuff out there. So if you crochet, but you're a basic crocheter, that's another thing. There's some, advanced stuff that we can do. And then here again, there's some stitches out there that I've not tried. Then I want to try those together. So it's a lot of good stuff that I want to do. And of course, the winter months are coming. The days get shorter, the nights get longer. And so it'll be some fireside chat kind of stuff with the crochet. So listen, that's what I wanted to share on tonight. And I hope that this is helpful to somebody and that you can take something away from this. If you have any questions about it, definitely let me know. Or comments, put a comment in the chat, and I'll definitely respond back to you. But it's going to be a fun journey. So we're going to be doing some conversation, motivation, and conversation on Tuesdays. Some of those Tuesdays I may be crocheting while I'm talking. Who knows? But I'll be coming on outside of the Tuesday motivation and conversations to just share what's happening, in the crochet world and what B Designs is doing. So we're incorporating some of the stuff in here, and I'm motivating myself as I converse with you and with others. So this is going to be great, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome, awesome, awesome. So here again, if this has been good and you've learned something or I said anything that may have helped you to evaluate where you are with a particular thing and, what's your process for moving forward, right? So if it encourages you in that way, or just taking the time to just work your way through your own process, I would encourage you to do it and figure out how it is that you can do both, and or just launch whatever it is that you're doing. Send your questions in the chat, or direct message questions. So I'm going to be showing you all kinds of things. I have all kinds of needles that I want to talk to you about. So there are the crochet hook, there are the tapestry needles, there are different kinds, stitch markers, the whole nine. So if you've never gotten into it, I want to encourage you to come on the journey and learn how to do it. Let's learn together, all right? So listen, until next time, I will be back next Tuesday, and I'm looking forward to having a guest. Next Tuesday, we're going to be talking about some amazing things. Listen, before I go, I want to encourage you, if you have not registered for the Emerge workshop coming up September 26th and 27th, I want to invite you personally. I want to invite you to register and meet me there. It's $97 per person for both days. Of course, refreshments will be available, food will be available for you, and it is going to be some amazing facilitation happening. I'm going to be sharing some information that is going to really help to, just not information, but illumination of that information to help you really apply it. And when you walk out of there, you're ready to put a plan of action in place. And then Rosalind Davis, who is our host, is going to be sharing some amazing things as well. So listen, it is going to be an awesome time. Please, please, please get registered. You can go to my website, bridgetmoody.com. It's on the homepage. Click register. It'll take you there. Also, if you have four of the ladies, sisters, cousins, grandma, mama, whoever, aunties, listen, five can register for $325. So that's a discount. That's $65 per person. So that's a nice discount. Get five of you guys together and register and come see us on September 26th and 27th, 10 to 2 each day. Make a weekend of it. It's going to be at the Hilton Garden Inn at 10350 Central Expressway, and that's in Dallas, Texas, 75219, if I'm not mistaken. So come and meet us there. Be in the room. I'm telling you, you will be glad you did. You'll be glad you did. And then October 11th and 12th, if I'm not mistaken, I'll be in Oxon, Maryland. So that's in the DC area, DC, Baltimore area. For the renewal conference and the Blue Couch experience on that Sunday. I'm excited about it. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. And so I'll be sharing more about that on my social media platform and for my email list for those of you who are on it. And then October 18th, I'll come back that next week. We'll be in Plano at the Urbane Collective for Visionary Voices. This is the second seminar. This is a fall seminar. We did the first one in July, and it was an amazing success, so very impactful. And so they have been asking, when are y'all gonna do it again? When are you gonna do it again? And so we elected to do it the Saturday, October 18th. So that's going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be 10 to 2 as well. Now, it has an early bird currently that's available for $47. So if you have not checked that out, go to my website. It's available for registration as well. So, and if I want to tell you, it should be there. So you can go to the website and get registered, the urbanecollective.net. And so it takes you right to the urbanecollective.net. So you click on that and you go get registered for $47. Okay. And this is for men and women, young adults. It doesn't matter. You want to be in the room. This is going to be health, wellness, clarity, confidence, mindfulness, the whole nine. And we're going to be talking about it in depth. And so this is going to be an amazing time for you. So listen, tell Lottie Dot and everybody about it. Get connected and meet us there. All right. See you next time for Tuesday Motivation and Conversation. Until next time.